Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes back with another one, guys. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, watch out for spam, WhatsApp in the comments down below. Feel free to join VIP to be alerted whenever we get in and out of these plays. Also, get your free stock from down below as well. So the Feds is making a huge mistakes, guys, and this we already know who's going to pay the price for it, which is going to be the stock market. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, guys, because either you could pivot from here or you could double down, depending on how big and how much leverage you have in the stock market. Because if you all in like myself, you definitely want to be pivoting out some of those positions, depending on which type of companies you invested in. Everybody's situation is different. That's why is this a perspective based video, and not everybody is going to be in the same position to have to move like this. But this is just a fair warning, letting you guys know it's still not over yet, guys. It should have been over a while ago, but what's at stake and what's going on is bigger than we all could fathom. And what most people not even realizing, the evolution of us as a people as a whole. More people is being in tune with the market, the way money is working, how banks is being getting over you for years, this, that, and the third, and really understanding the process. How you go work hard for your money and just sit it in the bank. They give you 0.05% on the year, which is nothing, and why they take your money and give it to the stock market. Basically, now just by you being here and knowing what the stock market is and being able to buy individual stocks or individual index funds, you're now getting the middleman out the way, which is the bank. Now you came straight to the plug instead of you trying to go to this guy and they go to the plug for you. You can just go to the plug yourself, even though it's very, very risky. You probably done lost some money here and there, but that's just from getting your feet wet. You learning, you seeing exactly what's going on, what they been doing. Now you starting to understand the system, and okay, I know what I'm doing. I gotta just take a step back and play smaller. Aim small, miss small. That's the key. If I mess up with a small amount, at least I messed up with a little bit of money, and still I learned. Because you gotta pay to play with whatever. You ain't gonna just be a doctor just go out and be a doctor and not pay that $250,000, $500,000 in school fees. You ain't gonna just go out and be a lawyer and not pay a couple $100,000 in lawyer school fees. You're gonna have to pay to play, right? So with that being said, in the stock market, the beautiful thing about it is you have the ability to control how much you pay, how much exactly you're going to pay for your for your journey, to understand everything, because it's all perspective based. You could pay, some people done paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, some people done paid millions of dollars, and some people only paid a few hundred, because they understood what they make or lose at the beginning was just getting them prepared for what's to come, guys. So that's just giving you guys information, perspective based on the market and how you should go about it or whatnot. Another thing is just having a portfolio where you buy quality stocks for the low, cheap, and hold them for 3 to 5 years, and then another portfolio where you just baby stepping around, trying to see exactly how the market moves by buying low, selling high, maybe day trading in another account. So anyways, guys, as we can see though, the Feds is trying to steer up another controversy and crazy economy data for 2023, guys, to make the world the world and the stock market to go into another panic. Because as we know, it's already projected and priced in. Only thing it now need is a little catalyst or something bad to be said to further push it down. What I mean by that, I've been telling you guys Bitcoin could go down to $10,000 all the way from 50, 60K. It came down to 15K. Once it broke 18K, it supposed to went to 10. But it's gonna go to, it ain't gonna do it all in one motion. Too good of an opportunity when it dropped that fast like that, right? So they make sure they get people to buy back in at 15, shoot up to 18, and then drop it to 10, or however they do it, right? So the overall market could still drop 20% from its lowest point, and that's insane, guys, because stocks is already down over 97, 96, 90%, 80%, you know, crazy percentage. It's like mind-blowing for real. That's why anybody that has the cash cow, the money at the bottom of this thing, or now, and at these times, you just started buying now and buying like as it get lower, man, it's gonna be so much opportunity, so much money to be made, because the stock market isn't about the vantage. If the stock market about the vantage and all these companies just about to go shit poor and don't come back, that means the world is about to crumble, you know. I mean, if the world is about to crumble and it's about to go shit poor, and then it ain't gonna really need for no money anyway, right? So it's a win-win situation for me, because if I put my money on it and the world do decide to turn back around, okay, good for me, because 9 times out of 10 it is, and you know it is. And if it don't turn back around, hell, I ain't gonna need the money anyway, because there ain't gonna be nothing for me to spend the money on, because everything went to shit. And that makes sense, don't it, right? I know it do. So regardless, we was in a win-win situation with the stock market. So anyways, guys, as we know, what really happened was, though, to put everything in a nutshell, is with the feds, they basically, what was good about what happened is they hiking interest rates less aggressive than they did before, right? Instead of hiking them by 3/4 of a percentage point like they did in the past, they now hiked it by just a 0.5 percentage point, which is great. But on the flip side of that, we see that inflation is coming down. We see that interest rates hiking came down a bit. But on the flip side, the feds always throw something else out there whenever they give too good of information, because the stock market would have went soaring if that's what they would have left it at. But they also come, well, 2023, the economy looking like it's not going to be growing, by it not really going to grow, and also unemployment rate is going to go up by 4.6%. That's another 1.4 million Americans without a job, and we already know what that is, a recession. We already currently in a recession, guys. That's just when the money supply dries up, people ain't spending money how they were before, and also people getting laid off. We already seen thousands of people get laid off, guys. Everything's already, the money supply dried up, people ain't spending, and also thousands of people already done being laid off, and all that good stuff. So anyways, they're gonna try to push that on the masses, scare people up even more with these billionaires passing all this scams that's going on in crypto, try to steer people away from that, put all type of bad stuff in you, and then after they steer you away from it, then they gonna load up, and as they get higher, they'll come back around and say, oh, crypto the best thing to buy, you better get you some. And yeah, and then you'll be buying again at higher prices instead of buying now and not worried about what they talking about. Even though it's a risk, everything is a risk. You know, guys, walking out your front door is a risk, driving your car is a risk. It's all risky, but it all depends on what you're trying to get, where you're trying to go. So you already know what to do, man. I love y'all. Add your boy on Instagram at the B Hayes Show. Get in VIP, and we go.